Welcome back to the Lady Layer. We are on episode 10. If you've been here since day one, thank you for sticking beside us. Okay, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna jump right on into it. We got a lot of juicy deets, especially going on with the reviews. So let's get on into this buzz layer. So finally, well, I don't want to say finally.
Not finally.
Biden dropped out of the race, and he endorsed our girl Kamala. I mean, she might not be everybody's girl, but y'all, we got to beat Trump, so we gonna stick with Trump, okay?
She is who we have, okay? And I believe she can do it. Everybody is already like riding with her. Not everybody, but people are already riding with her. There was a huge call, like the
40,000 black women.
40,000 black women.
And she made $80 million.
$80 million.
They raised $80 million in like less than 6 hours.
Yes. No, 40 in less than 6, but 80 million in 24 hours.
Oh, so far.
Wow.
Yeah. I just saw right now that Netflix gave like 7 million.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it's other people also endorsing. My mom had sent me a message for another call yesterday, but I missed it. But y'all, people are banding together to get it done. I'm glad you said finally, but we all been thinking it like this man is barely standing.
I know.
Debates.
Yeah. It's so sad.
Listen, they run that man into the ground. They need to let him have peace, live out his last. Well, I don't know how many days he got, but child,
days.
His last years, like he need to be having fun, chilling with Jill on the farm or the plantation or wherever they got. Hang out with the son that about to go to jail while he still can. Like, he don't need to be worried about this election. Like, you know.
Yeah. And a lot of the people, they were saying, and I can't wait either. I cannot wait for Kamala to tear Trump's tail up during the debate, because you know she will.
She said he said that he's not going to debate her.
Why?
He know that he's going to get tore up. He already tweeted that he's not. Yeah, last year he didn't. I think the last election he didn't do any debates. Or no, I'm sorry, not last election, but during the primaries when everybody was like, you know, fighting to be the Republican candidate, he didn't debate. So I don't doubt that he won't debate.
For other reasons too. I'm sure he don't want to debate her because she's a woman, because she's a black woman, and because he don't want to lose.
And she's actually articulate and smart, unlike him. So he can't play the little games of, oh, you're so old. Oh, you
little shots ain't gonna mean nothing to her.
No, sorry, sweetie. Who's old now, old man? You're the old man candidate.
Loser. Probably gonna walk out so they not like us. So I'm here for it. Okay, like let's just get it done. Like,
what's that? Then if she do the reject while she walk out today, not like us, I'm gonna die. I think she should. She should start practicing.
Too, for the people. Come on.
For the culture. Come on.
Right.
Listen, and so all the people that's hating on this situation, just go get somewhere and sit down and keep your comments to yourself. Okay.
Right.
Don't be over here trying to trick people to think that we need to vote for Trump. Listen, I don't care if it was a 3-legged frog. We don't need to vote for Trump, okay?
Right.
So let's just not do that, okay?
Right. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about Big Brother. We saw y'all comments, and we are delivering. Yes. So last week, first week of Big Brother, you know, first week is the reveal. We get to learn all the personalities. We got to see the new little gimmick season. I don't remember what homegirl's name is, but she played all of them.
So we are knee deep into Big Brother already. They started the game off with introducing us with a new AI character. Her name is Ainsley. We have to look her name up, y'all. Her name is Ainsley. And she enters the game, and with all these twists, so we know that there's an upgrade, there's a downgrade, and we already had head of household. The head of household is Miss Angela, who everybody is calling her mama, and she don't want them to call her mama.
Right. And can we talk about how Ainsley, listen, the way to get the upgrade, you just had to be a nice person, okay? let her in the house, and all the haters. It was only what 4 people that said she can come in, and the rest of them they showed their true character, and their game potentially was gonna get downgraded.
And here's my thing: if you watch Big Brother, then you know it's always gonna be some type of twist. And so I don't know. The people who got the punishment were I forget their names. The 2.
Pause. I got him. I got him. Let me tell you.
I kept calling him Curtis, but his name is not Curtis. It's Cedric.
Cedric, and Chelsea.
Yeah, Cedric and Chelsea. They got the downgrades.
Wait, let me pause you real quick. Sorry to cut you off. I ain't never watched no Big Brother. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
She finding out what happened on Big Brother, just like y'all. So tonight, Big Brother.
So the premise of the game is there's strangers that go into a house.
Okay.
Big Brother is like, the real Big Brother that's watching everything.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they all go to this house. I think it's for like 2 months is the full extent of the game over the summer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they compete in competitions every week to become head of household. And that's the person who decides who goes up on the block to be evicted. Okay. So this year, it's normally 2 people. This year, there's going to be 3 people on the block at all times. Okay. There's a veto competition, which they can play a game to pull themselves off the block or pull off one of their friends or, whoever they want. Okay. If they pull somebody else off the block, them and that person is safe for the week. So it's a lot of different games being played. It's a lot of conversations. You have to play a social game, and you have to play a mental game, and you have to play a physical game.
And you got to be a good liar. The good liars win.
Oh. Yeah. You got to be a game player. Like, you have to look at all the pieces, and you have to, they don't get no pen. They don't get no paper. They don't get anything but a Bible. You can't take anything into the house. No books, no nothing. They get playing cards, dominoes, and they can bring their word. Okay.
This is the one show that me and Kendra disagree on. I always be like sad when the people is being shady, and she's like, well, that's how the game works. Like, this is what they're supposed to do. And I'm like, but they need integrity, and integrity is not allowed in the Big Brother house.
So some people do play with integrity, but you got to play smart. Like, you can't show all your cards. And then here's my thing with the new characters. Angela, she is the head of household. She was running her mouth too much in the beginning. I feel like she just put all her cards on the table. So she called out this guy. He's tall, dark, and handsome, literally. Yeah. And so she goes up to him in front of everybody, and she's like, ooh, I know you're going to get in a showmance. A showmance is when you get in a relationship with someone on the show. Some people do showmances just to get further in the game. And some people get married off the show, child. They done found their partner, and they get married like Bailey and
yeah.
Chris, I think his name is Chris.
YEP or something like that. Yeah.
YEP. They met on the show. They got married when they left. They have 2 children, and they are rich.
Yeah.
Not off Big Brother, but they loaded.
Hey, but I heard the story, and low-key, Bailey supported them when they first got married, and then he got on his trading game, and now she ain't ever got to work in life because he's like,
her life.
Right.
Now they was up living in Dubai. She went to Dubai to have her child because that's the best place to have a child. Mm-hmm. And it was beautiful. I watched her on YouTube. Anyway, back to the show.
I got to get into the show. But wait a minute, y'all talking about some AI character now? What? Now how that works?
So that's a new development. They've never done this before, but they're moving along with the time. So it's an AI character
twist. So this twist this year is an AI.
And Ainsley is the AI character. She's going to be a part of the whole game, bringing twists and turns. So we haven't seen too much of the game so far, but we do know the people that got downgraded, they cannot participate in HOH. They cannot participate in veto. However, if they do get on the block and they stay on the block, they can compete in this competition to finally pull themselves off before the final vote. So it's an AI competition that the 3 people will compete in, and you can pull yourself off. So far, like we said, Angela is the
HOA
household, and she came for the tall guy. Yeah, she low-key did cover
off so much. I was ready for her to go. Honestly, I did not want her to win that HOH.
Me either. Because she came so hard for him. She was like, yeah, you're going to be in a showman. You know, you're so handsome. Like, why are you looking like that? Like, that's not going to happen. And you don't want attention on you like that when the game first starts. Like, this is not good for him. But
he messed up too, though, because when he came to plead his case, so also with the HOH, before they make their nominees, the people can come and plead their case so that the HOH doesn't put them on the block. So, what's his name? The tall, dark, and handsome man?
Yeah, I don't know. We still learning their names, y'all.
Right. So he decided, his name is Matt. So he decided on his little plea deal or whatever you want to call it, that he was going to go up to her and say, yeah, I didn't like the way you called me out. And if you didn't win HOH, I was definitely going to put you on the block. And if you put me on the block now, I know I got way more friends in this house than you, and I will rally everybody up to take me off the block. And next week, I'm going to put you on the block.
Oh.
He was made.
Yeah, he came in hot and heavy. And I was like, you should have stopped right where you was at, where you was like, you know, where he was just kind of like, you know, it made me feel uncomfortable. I don't like how you did that. He should have left it at that. Mm. But the fact that he did that, he wasn't wrong, though. Mm. No. If I was her, I would not. It's too early to put him on the block because he has 2 opportunities to win a competition and pull himself off. Veto and the AI thing.
And the crazy part is, even with all that said, she's so tunnel vision that she's still not going to backdoor him. She's trying to put up Kenny, the guy who's pretending that he's not a police officer, and they don't even have no beef. Like,
that's when you're not thinking it with the game, though. Kenny is a competitor. He may be older, but the fact you can look at him and like he could roll with the young boys. Like, he got a good physique.
That's why I would befriend Kenny. Old people unite.
But you don't want him in the game. You don't want him in the game. You're trying to get out the good players. I do agree, though. I think it is too early to get Kenny out because he could win a competition and stay. Like, I think it's too early.
And he thinks that she's a threat. Like, the only reason why he would even consider her a threat now is because she won HOH. But before that, I don't even think she was on Kenny's radar. Like,
no, for sure. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up because we know
you can talk about Big Brother all night.
Y'all can banter about it all day. I don't know what y'all talking about, but it sounds very intriguing.
It's very interesting, you guys. So if you guys are watching, let us know in the comments about what you guys think about the characters. What do you guys think about who she put up for HOH? Do you think she made a good decision? And I'm low key, I just want to put this in there. I'm glad that she didn't just take the easy way out and put up Cedric and Chelsea, because she could have just put them up because they're the mascots. But I'm glad that she didn't just throw them up there because I think that they're going to end up being like some good assets to the game. Okay, you guys. So we're going to move on to Love Island. We know we didn't really talk about that show on this podcast, but we just have to talk about it because it's been all in the TikTok, Twitter, everywhere this past week. The show recently ended. We're not going to talk about who the winner was because Sierra is still catching up on the show. We don't want to blow it for her.
Late.
But you guys, this season has gotten so much buzz. We couldn't just not talk about it.
Yeah, this is the best USA season. Yeah, like usually UK is the best out of the Love Islands, but they brought it this season.
Yeah,
they're so damn dramatic on the USA one. I'm like, it's just so dramatic. Oh my God.
I think that's what made it so good is the drama. Like I feel like it was more realistic reactions to like things that happen. Like I feel like, especially with Serena and Cordell, I feel like that was a genuine response. That's
a reaction. Yeah.
It was genuine response to somebody playing in your face. And I feel like we ain't gonna go all the way into it, but I feel like it was playing in the face on both sides. And I could see why with Cordell being young, I could see why he did what he did. I don't see why he brought her back though. I can see why he entertained her.
Rookie. That was a rookie move for him.
Yeah, I can see why he entertained her because it's like, I'm going, with the flow of how things are supposed to go on this type of show.
He was being thirsty. Somebody definitely told him a little attention and he didn't know what to do.
He didn't know. But the girl that he liked, Serena, that's her name, right? Serena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Serena was like friending him. Like What did they call him? Like, you the home. She was homieing, like, you the homie.
She told him it's a slow burner, okay? She burns.
You on Love Island, baby. Everybody's up to get it quick.
But you know what, too? I've seen this on TikTok, too. She was talking about how, for her, it really was like, I came all the way to Fiji and found a man that grew up 5 minutes down the street from me. Like their childhood homes were 5 minutes away from each other. So she's like, I didn't want to come all this way to meet the same type of man that I could meet at home. Like, so she kind of like pushed him to the side before she even gave him a chance because he was too familiar.
Right.
But also with her slowly getting to know him, it was like, dang, I can't even deny this no more.
Right.
And so as a viewer, I was kind of like, well, dang, girl, you did push him to the side. Like, why would he have the twice though? Like, you friends on him, then when y'all got back together, you left him dancing by himself.
Yes.
So why would he go to Casa Amor thinking that you wasn't gonna leave him at the altar alone?
That part.
His reason though was stupid.
It was stupid.
I just brought her back because I wanted to get to know her better. Like,
I think Cordell and Kenny thought that that's just how the game goes.
No,
but y'all don't feel like, okay, so the guys that they brought, the guys that came. That the part of the episode when all the guys went to Casa Amor, those guys, they were good looking, but they were not the same type of level the way them girls came at Casa Amor. Them girls was top of the league.
The girls usually are cuter than the guys though. Like that doesn't with me.
But
they came in strong though. Like the girls came in knowing what they wanted. They went after it. The guys was all shy and timid. Like,
yeah,
they needed to bring more Miguel type of guys. Like Miguel came in, I was like, oh,
but Miguel is also fine. Even if he came in with like regular game, like he could rest on his looks, okay?
But he got the confidence too, though. The way he was grabbing them chins, bringing in here, that he was.
I agree. Sure. I feel like they should have got more guys who were, like you said, they got Casa Amor girls, the girls that are aggressive. Not afraid to go after what they want. Them guys will stand over there like, well, I mean,
they too scary for me. But that's what I'm saying. Serena saw that, she peeped that, and I feel like if she got, because remember when Miguel came, she was really trying to talk to Miguel, and remember she got mad at Janae. She was like, Janae, you trying to bring this man some food? You see, I'm trying to talk to him, girl. You only wanted to stick by Cordell. Yeah, you liked him, but because you wasn't feeling nobody that was there. Period. Point blank. If she found
at that time, so girl, you got a whole little partner. Like, let me bring him his little plate, and 3 ways. And listen, you're not about to leave that man,
right? But I feel like everything was supposed to happen the way it was supposed to happen because them two, they should have been together from day one, like they was.
Right.
So but the tea
for Janae,
I
like Kenny for Janae.
Me too. I just feel like Janae is laying it on too thick with Kenny.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she needs to pull back a little bit because she gonna scare him off. Like,
y'all think when Janae be crying, it be for real?
Huh?
Y'all think when Janae be crying, she be really crying? I think she be fake crying.
No. Listen, Janae is low-key an actor, and the reason why she landed on so thick is because she's scared she gonna get dumped. She done got dumped like 5 times in the house. Like, she like, I need to give him all the love, all the affection, and the only time she played hard to get is with that massage. Now, like,
But I think all that was good, like giving him all the attention, love, and affection. But the whole like talking about marriage every 5 minutes, talking about him being her girlfriend. I mean, him being her boyfriend every 5 minutes. It's like, girl, slow down. It's been 2 weeks, not even.
Not even.
Still, not even.
Yeah, because when they only together like 5 days.
Yes, two. No,
with 2.
She was with him 2 days. He was with Catherine longer.
Yes,
than he was with Janae.
But that's why I say the crying is fake, because the way she boo-hooed, like, girl, you don't even.
Like, I don't think she was crying about him. I think she was crying about being embarrassed, and I think she was crying about her position. Like, dang, again. I don't think it was more so about her being like so in love with Kenny. I think it was more so like, you gonna play me again? Like, after all that's what she kept saying. After all that I've been through, like,
and 2 days, I don't have loyalty to you, and you shouldn't have loyalty to me.
Right?
She should have had the same stance as Leah. Leah was like, hey, it's the game. Like, it was only 2 days. I expected him to do his thing. Like, we barely even know each other. Like, I feel like
he done made Kenny cry. He done cried. I said, oh God.
He broke my heart.
That hurt my feelings. I said, Janae, you was on the confessional with that fake cry. I didn't see one tear out your eye. I didn't see not one teardrop. You talking about, I just really feel, girl.
Speaking of tears, before revealing, I'm not revealing like who won or anything like that. But on the finale, with Kendall crying, it was so unbelievable.
Oh Lord, I think between Janae and Kendall, I think those are the fakest people ever. Like, I don't believe Kendall. I don't believe anything Kendall says. Like,
Kendall do anything he want to do and say anything to fit in with everybody, to not get anybody on anybody's bad side. He just says anything to please people. And I'm like, Kendall, come on. He's
so annoying. And then for me, Janae, like, the reason why you keep getting dumped is because there's no depth to you. Like, you talk about the most superficial, irrelevant, like, nobody really gets to know you or build a connection with you. Like, why would they keep messing with you? Like, girl, it's very, like, superficial and basic. Like,
she's bringing that Vegas,
but she needs to
that Vegas energy.
Yeah.
She's that bottle service girl with the BBL, with the lips, with the all that. She's a sex pot. That girl's bad. She's probably not used to being turned down, and now she's getting turned on. Like, wait a minute. Well, girls got to be a little bit more to you than what you bringing on the outside now. You got to be a little bit more
used to a man tricking on her, and her just having to be cute and be the little passenger princess. And oh my gosh, like yes, I love this is what I love, and and men like just giving her whatever she wants. It's like no, with Kenny, that ain't gonna take you too far. He is trying to find his wife, right? And if you expect for him to just be laying at your feet and just swooning over you with nothing there, like that's not gonna last.
Right.
Yeah. And for me, the first mistake she made was leaving homeboy, the first person she was coupled up with, for that white man. Like, previous seasons, like, listen, he gonna be in your face until you pick him, and then baby, goodbye.
Bye.
Just push.
She didn't give him a chance.
Left him for a white man. Now that's crazy.
And the whole part is she left him because she said that he wasn't talking to her or like really going in depth with their conversation. And it's like, girl, you do the same thing. Right. Like, y'all can work on y'all communication skills together. Like, let's build and work together.
The real problem was he wasn't gawking over her enough.
Yeah.
I think that was what the real problem was. But the tea in the streets right now currently about Kendall, someone exposed him over Twitter with his naked bum. And I saw he released a statement today saying that, you know, he sent that picture to someone that he trusted at the time. It's unfortunate what happened, but he really ain't sweating it. Right. Which I think is good, because I was worried for him, because I'm like, he wasn't my favorite person, but I don't think he deserved that. Like, to come out, to finally get your phone. First of all, you see, nobody like you.
Right.
America couldn't stand you. And then you get exposed, like, all in a day's work. Like, that's a lot for one person. So I was like, dang, I hate that they did that to him. Like, don't bully this man on the internet. Right. Like, he just getting his phone. He being disconnected from the world. He has no idea what's going on. Like, he got blindsided a couple times. So I don't know.
I'm sorry, but who sends people ass shots as a man?
I'm wondering. Hey, look, my question for Kendall is, so you doing the bending? Is that what's going on around here?
Well, the jury is out on that too. That's what people were saying, that he might be doing the bending, and that's why.
Allegedly.
He had that rope on the neck because he be throwing it back.
But that's why people are saying his relationship with Nicole is not believable, because
I never believed it.
The jury was out on him. The jury was out on Rob and Aaron, because those two.
Listen, all the hugging they did, like, please. I love a bromance, but that is a little bit more than a bromance.
Kendall never missed an opportunity to jump on somebody while they was laying down in bed. I'm like,
right. That's true. I was wondering
why like this. I don't understand it.
Right.
Child. Listen, you already know I don't have the ability to be able to tell people's sexuality. So the fact that I'm questioning it, honey, blatant. It's not a secret.
Did y'all see that moment where I think Sierra, you should have seen this already, I think. Oh, maybe not.
Well, come on, test me.
Okay, well, there was a moment where Rob was supposed to leave, and he ended up not leaving. The way Aaron screamed,
right,
and he pulled on Kayla like, "Oh my god!" Like he was gonna lose his mind if Rob left that villa. He was going to lose his mind. He might have walked out of the villa with him.
I think he said he was gonna go home. Like,
yeah. Taylor, deuces. My man is leaving. I'm out.
Right.
And her face was like, when they found out that he was gonna get to stay, he was like beating her arm up, like, oh my god,
ran Rob like he ain't seen his man in 20 years. Like,
and Kayla was literally like,
and I just say, has Kayla never watched Below Deck? Aaron is a deckhand. He will never be faithful to you. Okay.
Okay, I don't
at all.
I think Kayla sunk her teeth into him. She decided he was going to be the one because there's really no depth to their relationship.
No,
they've argued the whole time. He's dissed her to her face. That's another thing that the difference between Cordell and Aaron was. Cordell was chasing after her. He was remorseful. He was apologetic. He laid it all out on the table. He said, I did X, Y, and Z. It was all wrong. It was effed up. I'm so sorry. It was stupid of me. Like, he put it all on himself. Never once did he go and say, well, you was acting like you didn't like me or nothing like that. He took complete accountability. Aaron.
Right.
Kayla. Serena also wasn't playing no games with Cordell.
Right.
No.
So let him know I'm not the one to play with. Okay.
Right. Kayla crying her eyes out, saying all this stuff. The next minute they in the bed.
Right. Like, I was so mad at her at Casa when she went and slept outside with that man. Like, if you don't let him outside and sleep in your bed in peace, you've been up here crying for the last 3 days, and now you want to go outside and snuggle with this man after he ain't even really apologized.
And had all the girls standing up for her, had all the girls riled up and all of that. Yeah, girl, yeah. Then you in the bed with him?
Right.
Now, Taylor, you couldn't just do one night?
One night.
That's all I'm asking for.
Every single time they kept showing more and more of Casa, he's like, look, we'll talk about it later. Okay.
Never wanted to talk about it in front of everybody.
Right.
Never apologized. He sunk into his seat, acted like he was invisible. And then he like, well, I was just trying to get the experience. It's my experience too. Like, girl, he don't like you. He does not like you because he's not trying to win you over right now.
Right.
Like, he was trying to stick with her because he thought he would win. I think if they would have made it all the way. Sorry, let me just stop because I'm telling too much. All right, so I think we should move on because I'm a mouth. So these reviews. No gossip layer today, y'all, because we got a lot of reviews. So we're gonna hop right on into Real Housewives of Orange County. So let's get into the end of Heather's party. I feel like the best parts were the whole. It's not a promise ring. I'm promised. What is
promise ring? What is a promise? What is that?
They said you put a hashtag promise. She said with an ED at the end.
Right. Y'all been together for 2 months. What did you promise him a while ago? There's nothing.
And the fact that she tried to bring God in and talk about, I could have been promised to the Lord. Like, girl, your behavior is not. What'd you say?
I said, okay, Jesus judge.
Right. Right. Girl, but this season she is not giving Jesus jug. She is giving angry jug. Okay?
Angry bird jug.
I'm so tired and sick of Alexis. She's really trying a little bit too hard for me, in my opinion, with this whole Jimmy Joe John narrative. Girl, we get it. I don't know how many times we got to say, we get it. That's your man. Congratulations, but you don't got to force it down nobody's throat.
Right.
That's because she knew that was going to be her storyline and she was going to stick to that and just try to run with that. Girl, find something else. Girl, don't nobody care about none of that. Don't nobody care.
Right. And why did she have to yell that right in front of Shannon? Like,
about them having Essie, stop.
Right.
Oh, please, like you're yelling so that she can hear you. I'm glad Shannon said something too, because it's like, okay, girl, that's enough. Like, we're not gonna make this whole lunch about him.
Right.
But I saw a thing too where it was like a meme. It was like when you think when you think that you're like when you're the villain, but you really think you're the good guy or something like that. Talking about Alexis, like she is definitely the villain of this season, but she still is. I'm Jesus Jugs. I love the Lord and Johnny J.
It's so bizarre. Bizarre.
It's so weird. I don't understand it at all.
Mm-hmm. And then, okay, so I really feel bad for Shannon because everybody got a +1 to this party and she had to come with her makeup artist. Like, she don't got no real friends. Like, that is really sad. Like, I feel bad for her. And then, like, the makeup artist, she can't even, like, step into her friend role because she got her touching up her makeup at the table. Like, Jesus. Like, did she bring her kid? Like, she got her kid on her waist? Like,
hired to be there. I'm pretty sure that makeup artist was like, listen, I'm still on the clock. You look for a baby.
Baby, if I'm touching your makeup up during this scene, I need my coin, okay? Pay me well, okay?
Right. And then Tamara with the shady question, like, listen, it's already an uncomfortable situation. Like, why do we have to talk about this at the table? Like, I feel Shannon, like, walking away from the table, it was just too much. Like, this is a fresh thing. Like, I already have to look at this woman in the group. Right. Now y'all want to talk about their relationship, how they met and all this stuff. And she talking about getting married to him and, like, after 2 months and all this stuff, defending him like she's known him for years. Like, it's too much.
But it was funny to me though, because when Tamara ran after her, which I don't even know why she ran after her, she was the whole thing was Tamara saying she won't friends, so it's not gonna talk about her behind her back, and then Shannon is in the hallway talking shit about her behind her back.
Exactly, and that's why Tamara is crazy as all get up. That woman is nuts because she turned around and be like, "Oh, you're two-faced. You talk about me, Tamara. You be doing the same thing.
You're the epitome of two-faced. Yes, right? You talk about all your friends behind their back.
Like, it was crazy. I hollered. I'm like, not her talking shit, and she was just talking about how she don't want friends to talk about her behind her back.
Girl, please.
Okay, so then after that, we go to this whole eviction circle. We go on a walk talking about the eviction, and then we go right. It's like eviction.
Exactly. I really so to get on the whole eviction thing, we're going to talk about that. So with Gina's situation, on her perspective, I understand how she's very frustrated because she vouched for Jen, right? Okay, but
not okay.
Okay, but do we really feel like Jen decided like, oh yeah, I know that I'm not gonna pay no rent, let me just go ahead and move into this house and be a squatter and just never pay no rent? I don't think that was her point.
Yeah, I don't think that
was her point. I think the point is, but here's where Gina went wrong. Never in a million years am I going to sign any contracts for someone without getting a credit check.
Or proof of
her dad co-signed for her.
Proof of funds. That's what she needed.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Jen went into it saying, oh, I'm not going to pay my rent. Like, she thought her husband was still going to be paying whatever. But, like, girl, I would not go into this unless I had the money. I can't, like, if whatever happens and they can't pay, and that's my friend, I need to still be able to cover it myself. Because at the end of the day, like, I completely agree with Jen. This is my business. I got it out the mud. I went from 3 years ago wearing tacky ass hair and looking crazy to being to where I am now, where I'm able to support my kids, have my own house. This is my livelihood. Like, if you mess with that, if you mess with my reputation, baby, I'm coming for your throat. I don't care. And well, I guess we could just jump on over to the end. So this end conversation, she's trying to explain that to her and how is her getting evicted is damaging her reputation, and she don't want to listen. She's so offended.
She doesn't get it.
Right. She's so even having a conversation.
If somebody jumps out the gate coming at my neck and being very judgmental and not even trying to get an understanding what happened, Gina went full throttle and just was like, you need to take care of your kids and whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm not listening to you, ho.
But I think she was already pissed at that point because here's the thing. When Jen approached her at the party, she's like, yeah, we need to talk. And you know, I don't understand what's going on. How do you not understand what's going on? I put you in this house with my name in this industry.
They were making a joke about the eviction.
And you didn't even give me a phone call. I had to find out you were moving on Instagram. I think that's what hurt Gina the most. Because here's the thing. The moment you're $24,000 behind. The moment you found out you couldn't pay your rent, you should have gave me a phone call and said, hey, is there any way I can get out of this contract? I'm running behind on the rent. I don't want to ruin your reputation. Like, if you cared anything about your friend and them putting their neck on the line, I think that's why Gina's up to here with her. Because there was so many steps that could have happened before we got to this point. Like, I didn't hesitate to put my job and career and reputation on the line to put you in this house because I didn't want you and your kids on the street.
Right. And then can I say something? Not only was I do that, but then she got the audacity, and I know if y'all loan money, then y'all know how y'all feel. She gonna come into the scene, hair done, professional makeup.
Wait a minute, y'all. So just because she behind on the rent, just because she behind on the
Glam
rent
is not cheap.
But
Glam
you
get $1,200 for Glam.
Right?
How y'all know she got Glam? How y'all know that?
You better watch a video on YouTube on how to do your damn makeup. I bet not see no professional makeup on your face when you owe $24,000 and I can't get a cash buyer because I only got to get cash buyers because you ruined my reputation.
So because she was evicted and she's going through a hard time, Jen is supposed to walk around looking like Gina being raggedy the way she did back in the day? No. That don't make no sense to me. You talk about,
Listen, if somebody owe you money, do you want to see them walk in the room with a new handbag?
That's none of my business. That's none of my business.
Absolutely my business.
Absolutely my business if you owe me money. If you took money out of my pocket.
That's my person till you pay me back, bitch. What are we doing?
Jen don't owe Gina money. Listen.
She don't owe her money, but it's like taking money out of her pockets because in real estate, your contacts are everything.
Sure.
And not only her pocket, her kids' mouth.
Sure. But that's Gina's fault for not doing a double ground background check on that. And also we're all women, mothers, whatever. We all know when we get in a situation, shit happens. And when you're getting evicted with 5 kids, and you're on a reality TV show, that's embarrassing. So maybe
how many times did your rent lapse before you got $24,000?
Maybe she was just embarrassed. Maybe people have egos and they just feel embarrassed.
If you go to somebody for help and their name is on the line, there's no way if you guys gave me a contact with somebody and I knew I was going to screw that person over because before you get evicted, you get chance after chance. $24,000. Okay, let's say her rent was $7,000. It's Orange County, so say it was $5,000. You laughed a few times before you got to $24,000. The moment that you figured out the second month, I can't pay my rent. Hey, girl, I am so sorry. They sending me notices already. The moment you didn't pay your rent, they sent you a notice.
Right, and the fact that she let it lapse and her daddy is on the lease, that show how little integrity she got, because that's not even all on you. Your daddy's credit is being affected. Your ex-husband, who I know you don't give a damn about, but your daddy, like, he, at the end of the day, I heard that he's the one who paid the $24,000 to get her out of the mess.
Yeah.
Listen. Now let me speak. Let me speak. I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm not disagreeing. We're all adults, and yes,
exactly.
I said, now wait a minute. Now I said, you gonna let me talk. So I said, listen, I agree with you. And I argue with you now. I agree. So what I'm trying to say is, we all adults, right? We know we're in a situation. My issue with Gina is I don't like her approach. I don't like how she's talking about it with multiple people. Right. One, you giving yourself a very bad reputation that you're talking about personal business amongst everybody else. You're coming across very unprofessional and you're coming off very desperate. And I don't like that. Gina, you had a DUI. Okay, you had a DUI, you lived in a casita, damn near a loft with your 2 kids, and you was being very raggedy. You was on the deep end Nobody judged you. Oh, Shannon did.
They did.
No, Shannon did. Listen, Shannon did. Okay. Look at Shannon now. But when I'm talking about, you had a sisterhood almost. You had people to rally around you to help you through that. I would think she would have a little bit more grace when talking about the situation. I didn't appreciate how she was coming for Jen. I think Jen comes from a world of major privilege. And this is her first time being so humbled.
And that's what pisses Gina off.
But Gina, that's not Jen's fault. That's why I don't like that. Now let me finish this statement. Let me finish this statement.
Okay.
Gina does not come from the same privilege as Jen. And people have to understand, just because you don't come from the same world as somebody does not give you the right to judge that. Jen is wrong. And I feel like Jen is being served a piece of humble pie. And you not in your little privileged white world no more, where people are going to take care of you and do this. And you're going to have to learn to figure that on your own. And this is a new world. So there has to be a little bit of empathy and understanding. You don't have to be in empathy with the situation with the money, because she messing up Gina's reputation, but Gina, you kind of mess up your own reputation, and you continuously messing up your own reputation because you looking like you crazy on TV doing what you're doing. So, and one more thing, Gina, why you wait till the TV and the screens is rolling to talk about Jen about this? You knew for months that she was going to get evicted. I know you didn't learn about it just now. So
storyline. Let's not pretend.
Why are you waiting for the TV? Because Gina, why? Because your burnt ends didn't have a storyline, and now you leaving your man, and now you got Jen to use the storyline. I don't like that. I don't know, Gina. You need to eat some humble pie, because you didn't come from nothing. You looking raggedy. You look raggedy. You've been raggedy, and I'm just tired of it. I don't like it. She looks like a mean girl, and she needs to get off her high horse. Sorry.
Can it be my turn?
Loser.
So look. I kind of agree, but you coming for Jen. But listen, Tamara's riding with Jen. Today she posted or I don't know when she posted this. It says on here 57 minutes of whenever. But look, this is from 2 days ago. So Tamara said, this is the reason why Jen is pissed off. It's all about living within your means and getting off your ass and making things happen. When I left,
Gina's pissed off or Gina's pissed off?
This is Tamara.
You said this is the reason why Jen is pissed off.
Sorry, this is the reason why Tamara is pissed off. Tamara relates with Gina.
Okay, got it.
That she's pissed off with Jen. Because you remember how Tamara was when she left Simon.
I get it. I just want you to clarify the names, because you got the names up. Okay.
Yeah, so when she said, when I left my ex, I rented a 2-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor. So you know that shit was hot in the summer. With 3 kids. I sold my clothes on eBay to make extra money. I didn't rent a house for $12,000 a month in a gated community. So she telling how much the rent was, and she protected from burglars. That's some damn privilege right there, okay? She said, I was a 3rd season housewife that made nothing in those days. I made things happen for me and my kids. I never, ever have gotten child support. Gina moved into a casita, had no glam and bad hair for the first seasons. But you know what? She busted her ass and built herself up for 3 years and bought a house. That's why Gina is mad. Until you work your ass off, you don't get it. And that privilege, listen, that's what that's about.
That sounds like projection, though. That's not Jen's fault. It's not her fault, but it's reality. She's never experienced that before until now. Why not be a women's sisterhood and rally around the girl and speak life into her instead of judging
she
her
didn't
and
think about nobody else but herself.
She
didn't think about nobody else.
Yeah, she don't get it. When Jen was trying to explain to her, she's so busy running her mouth on the defense, she's not even listening to where Jen came from. I mean,
listen to Gina. Anybody listen to Gina, because Gina came out.
So you don't like Gina. So you don't like Gina.
No, I liked her. I didn't like her approach with Jen. She came out guns a-blazing. And would you, if somebody came at you, boom, boom, I'm not listening to you.
I agree with, here's what I agree with. I agree that Gina is very unprofessional for her to go around telling everybody about this lady's finances, what she did, her being evicted. That was nobody's business. It should have been a client person privilege or whatever you call it. Like,
I agree.
She should have never disclosed that information to anybody. She was dead wrong for that.
Yeah.
But everything else,
sure. I agree with you guys.
She was well within her rights, because here's my thing with Jen. Yeah, I don't care. I don't give people excuse for privilege. That's between you and your family, but you're a grown adult. You live in this world like everybody else. You should learn to consider other people. Get out of your bubble. I'm happy your bubble was popped.
Right.
Because if you're treating someone who's supposed to be your friend like this, imagine how you treat the other people around you when you're in the grocery store, people that service you. She lacks understanding of her surroundings, because the fact that she couldn't even resonate or understand the fact that Gina would be upset. Yeah. She's like, oh, we need to talk. I don't understand what happened. How do you not understand?
Right.
I put you in this position. I'm newly in this. So I'm sorry. I really don't care that she's privileged. I don't think she gets a pass for that. I feel like you're a grown adult. You live in this world like everybody else. You've been divorced for what, 4 or 5 years? Like Tamara said, and you still ain't figured it out. That's on you, baby.
Right.
Yeah. You guys, I agree with you 100%. I think it's because I'm a huge empath, and I'm always
Girl, ain't nobody more empathetic than me. But listen,
I'm calling you not empathetic. Now wait a minute.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
I'm not saying that. But
I feel like it don't have nothing to do with that. I feel like
I think because like I always like to figure out like the why. Like, why are you behind it? And I feel like if Gina would have presented in a way like she could still keep it real the way she kept it real, but she could have been like, girl, are you okay? Like, she could have started off like, what's happening here? Like, I know this is your situation, but do you understand that your actions caused a little bit of a rift in my career?
Okay, let me say this.
Really?
How do you feel? What about Gina's position in it? Because you haven't said anything about Gina's position. All your big defense is for.
I understand.
So I didn't say anything for Gina and what she's going through, and the fact that she may not be able to get another deal because of this.
That girl will get plenty of deals.
When she okay, you hear that response?
Right. That's why Gina came at her. She did. Yeah. The way you defensive. How Jen's been defensive, and that's why Gina ain't got no damn patience. Cause I done tried to talk to you nice, bitch, and you don't get it. So, bitch, I'm on your head.
When did Gina try to talk to her nice? When? I didn't see that.
Okay, but this is my point.
Okay.
This is my point.
Okay.
You have all the empathy in the world for Jen, none for Gina.
Right.
And how this impacts her in any way, shape, or form. I can definitely say, yes, she was dead wrong for, exposing her.
I get why Gina's mad. I get it. Listen, I get it. If I'm in banking, right? If I did a loan for one of my friends and vouched that their business, this is not how it works, by the way. But if I vouched,
that's not her job.
No, but listen, if I vouched to like this business, they're great, and I send I'll send them as a referral to one of my bankers, and they screw that person over, and that banker's like, I get that. Now you messing up my reputation and my sound of mind to have good judgment to send people. I totally get it. I think we're on two different topics. I'm talking about sisterhood, and I don't appreciate her. Everybody's attacking Jen and kicking her while she's down. Yes, hold the girl accountable. But why is Tamara talking about it? Why is Emily talking about it? Why is everybody talking about it? It ain't got nothing to do with it has nothing to do with nobody. This is a business matter between strictly Jen and Gina. And I understand what Gina's doing. I just don't like how Gina is just spreading the seed of wildfire and being very judgmental, as if she just didn't get drunk and drive behind the wheel and is, in the words of Shannon, almost lost her children and has CPS knocking on the door. That's not the truth.
So look, I'm gonna tell you when Gina talked to her nice, okay?
Okay,
when she at the table and she said, "You want a sweet treat and some coffee? Go get your." That's when she talked to her nice. And then when she said, "Hey, girl,
bye, Trina,"
you was getting evicted. I had to find out on Facebook. I didn't even know you was moving out until I saw it on Facebook. And then she goes, "Well, how did you not know? I heard it from Emily." Da-da-da-da. Like, she's so pressed that everybody knows her business, but yet she the one that put her business in the street. Because nobody knew she was moving until she's like, "Hey, Facebook."
Why put it on Instagram if you care so much about about people knowing your business. Why did you put it on Instagram?
I don't know why she did that. I think because Jen lives in her white privilege bubble world, Malibu Barbie world, and she's just not used to any of this. And that's just that. She wrong for that. She too grown for that. I can agree.
Can I finish my thing? So the way that the correct response when Gina said, "You want some coffee and a sweet treat?" She should have said, "Nah, baby, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford it." And then Gina would have been like, "Okay, you watching your money? I got you. I'm."
She lost respect for her because of how she moved. Like, girl,
you got money for specialty coffee and croissants. Oh, I'm on your head because you
forget she got a home man, and I thought about that too. And I was like, well, maybe he give her a stipend because she don't look like she is. I don't know.
She's not suffering at all, which is why.
So Jen. So it just came out, that's T, that Jen finally won the divorce the divorce battle or whatever. So she got a lump sum of 200,000 some change, 200,000 lump sum cash. And then she's going to be getting paid a little over $4,000 a month for child support and $1,700 for spousal support. So now she's engaged.
Support that house she was in because it was 12. Right.
But we don't know how much she's getting paid from the Housewives either. So that could be, I mean, she's got a lump sum.
Is she on like season 2? This is her second season?
Second season.
She probably only getting about a couple $100,000.
They don't pay still better than nothing.
Child, she don't real quick.
That 200,000 ain't nothing in Orange County.
No, I know it's nothing, but it's something that's helping her pay back that money she owed Gina. You better pay them back. You better pay back them bills. I know she behind on bills. That'll help her get caught up. And that'll help her get a game plan.
She too busy relying on her daddy. Her daddy gonna pay her bills and she gonna spend.
Listen, that's a blessing. If her dad's gonna be there and take care of it, then that's a blessing. I want my dad to take care of it.
Yeah, of course.
No, but he can do it. I wish that was there.
I do think she need to grow up.
She do need to grow up, but if she can have people take care of it, but then just be taken care of. Then, God damn it, just be taken care of. I ain't gonna handle none of that.
I take it.
Yeah, I want to be taken care of. Shit, I don't want to take care of nobody.
I want to grow up because that little money be coming with stipulations.
A stipulation if it means you're gonna give me a stipend.
A stipend.
I need my freedom. All right, y'all. Let's move on to where Emily and Gina and Shannon was sitting and talking at what was like an indoor football field about this new event that Emily has coming up. And listen, I just want to say that I really want this Shannon to stay. She is acting like a changed woman. She's being accountable. She's apologizing. She's being empathetic. Like, it's good stuff.
She ain't got no voice.
So they were sitting Indian style, and Shannon was talking to Gina, and she was talking about how, she's so sorry about how she treated her and how she spread her business in the street. And she never had been through anything like that. And now she understands why people do not want people spreading their business. And I love that for her. Yeah. Listen, you got to learn hard. My mama always used to say a hard head make a soft ass.
Yeah.
And that's what she had to go through. And now she gets it. And I think that's a blessing.
Ain't that funny that Shannon was judging, and then after judging, she had to eat a piece of humble pie. She was judging Gina for having a DUI, said that your kids are going to get taken away, this and that. And now you done ran into a daggone house and almost killed your dog. And now you got to be apologetic. That's how life works.
It's a little dramatic. He didn't almost die. Don't put that on him.
Well, he almost did. He could have. You ran into the daggone house. He could have easily died. He could have flew right through that windshield.
Can we take the house out? She ran into a planter and.
Oh, it looked like the house to me.
More dramatic with the house.
Yeah. She ran into a platter and.
Ran into the house, child. It's part of the house property.
Let's take a little off of it.
Listen, I think the lesson learned for these ladies from Shannon Storms Bador, they need to learn that y'all need to stop being so judgmental, because what that person is going through could very much happen to you. So y'all need to stop being judgmental, talking about each other. And why don't y'all form a little bit of a sisterhood? You can hold each other accountable. But you know what? That OC culture, they don't got that. They don't have sisterhood unity. They have that we gonna smile on your face and talk about you behind your back. And that's what I feel like, because I live in Southern California, and I know y'all live in Southern California, and I know that's how they be. So that's what Shannon gets. Sorry. That's what you get, because you was very judgmental of Gina. But I'm glad that she apologized. I'm glad that she's being more humble. But in my opinion, what option does she have? She has no choice but to be that way. Like, man.
I mean, that's what happens in life, though. Life has a way of humbling you. And when you get down to rock bottom, you have to see things for reality. So, I mean, it is what it is. She is where she's at right now. And I'm just happy because some people never get it. Some people leave this earth and they never get to the point where they open their eyes, smell the roses, and see what's really going on around them. So I'm happy that she reached that point, because, child, some people never get it.
Never, ever get it.
Okay, so then Jim moves in with Ryan, and oh my God, he's lived here for 8 years and he hasn't used his dishwasher. I'm a lazy bum. We're gonna use it. I don't wash dishes. I'm so privileged. Let's
You don't have no kids.
He in that big old house. Shoot, I
think so. Now wait a minute, because Jen said they said, "Oh, what does he do for work?" She said, "He don't work." Huh? So that's you know why he don't work, Trina?
He's a scammer.
Deposited right into his account. I wouldn't work either.
He's a scammer.
He could be an investor.
Allegedly.
Did they on this episode? I feel like I saw somewhere where he was talking about, Ryan wasn't the one who was scamming. It was his friend, and we're going to be there for them. Where did I see that?
I didn't see that. You might have watched it on a clip on Instagram or something.
Child. They trying to put it on a friend. It's not Ryan, even though he's on the indictment.
Listen, I hate that man for Jen, really, because we're not talking about Jersey yet. But the way y'all think about Louis, that's how I feel about Jen's now fiance. He for real gives me bad vibes. He already been cheated on Jen multiple times and admitted to it. That was last season. Now his money is funny. And you mean to tell me he's living in this nice fancy house and he ain't working and he just lives free? How?
Nobody said the money was funny. He got that $16 million check.
That money is funny.
I don't know. It's a lot of people that don't work day to day. They have investments, things that make their money work for them. Just because he doesn't have a job doesn't mean he doesn't make money other ways.
I would have told people like how he would make money then, or some kind of something.
I don't think she would come out and say that if he was doing some shady stuff. I think it's kind of just like he lives life. Like she said, she was like, he lives his best life. Like money comes to him. And it's a lot of people in Orange County that are like that. I'm just going to say.
Oh, I want to know. And I need to know. I need to know what the secret is.
Child, my best life. They plan that. It's just what it is.
Trading is where it's at, honey.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So let's get into this Love Marriage Huntsville. So I'm gonna just be honest. Like this weekend, this episode, I was dying for depth. Like it's sad that Marceau is really bringing the interesting topics. Like I'm so tired of them trying to make fetch happen. Like please let the Martell storyline go. We don't care about who he's sleeping with. We don't care about how broke he is. We don't care about who baby he trying to claim. Like let's just go on. Like the most interesting part about Love and Marriage Huntsville was the fact that it finally came out to why Trisha and Martell was trying to hide their little thing. Trisha then went over to the man's house. She didn't say she slept with him, but it's very sketchy, this whole thing. She goes over to the man's house because he's supposed to be working out, even though he already said he will not let a woman train him. So what y'all gonna be working out together for?
And said we never made it to the gym. What you mean you never made it to the gym?
And that's what I'm saying. When Trish said that, I'm like, you never made it to the gym is insinuating that y'all didn't make it because of other reasons. Like house.
Y'all got some other kind of cardio in. Right. Y'all was in there hunching, and listen, that's your business. Your man don't even care because it was before him. Like,
so why lie about it? I feel like if I was her, I would have told my man off camera.
Right.
this is probably what's going to come out. It's the whole reason why I'm even probably freaking here on the show. So this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to come out. Like, why blindside him? I think there's more to the story because the fact
absolutely
that
there is
all means that there's more to the story. And her facial expressions and like how she be looking, how Martell be looking.
She won't even look into his eyes. And when the girls were at the gym, and she, oh God, what's the girl's name? Because I'm very new to
Destiny.
Yes. When she asked her, she's like, "So did you do anything?" And she was like, "Oh no, I've never been to his house." Girl, why would you lie? Why would you lie? Do you not know you're on a television show and this is going to come out eventually and it's going to make you seem even more shady? If you didn't do anything, why not just be flat out honest about it and be like, "Girl, yeah, I've been to his house, but we didn't do nothing."
The only reason I could think of as why she would lie in that moment is because she hadn't told her man yet. So she probably wouldn't want to tell them, and then they run off and tell their man, and then their man go and tell him before she had the opportunity to do so. That's the only excuse I can give her. But you should have told him from jump.
Right. I was just about to say, number one is never come on a reality TV show with your man and you don't tell him everything about your life. Because please believe they gonna bring up every ounce of dirt on you and expose you. Okay.
So my thing is, right after the gym, even that, I'm not even gonna give her that, Kendra. Even after the gym, when she met with the girls, she had that conversation. She could have instantly called her man right at that moment. Okay, I'm gonna let you know something. We had a conversation about X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna let you get ahead of it first, so you know this is what happened. And I didn't fully tell the truth because I was a little uncomfortable or whatever. But this is really what happened. She could have did that. But you're acting very shady, which is not only letting your man know, but to the world know you're looking a little guilty.
You're like a liar now.
Yeah.
Liar.
Now we're not going to believe anything that comes out of your mouth.
Right.
Like, girl, you blew it. And then she's like, well, I'm a private person. Why are you on reality television?
That part. You're not too private.
Right.
Bring your business on national television.
Don't be private with your man. Tell your man get stuff and be private with the public. Okay.
Right.
To know all your business, so you don't have to have these uncomfortable couch conversations. Okay. Right. About stuff he don't even care about because it happened before him. Because
like he said, it ain't even about what you did before me, but now you got me looking crazy in front of these men. When a man has something over me that he know that I don't know, that puts me in a vulnerable position that I don't want to be in. I don't even know these people like that. Right. Now they walking in with information that I don't have.
And it's like we've grown, right? Like we're at an age where we know better. Like we know the narrative. Like we know we know these things. Like maybe if they were 19, 20, 21, 22, okay, you don't know no better. No, ma'am, you're very grown. You just came from a marriage, so you very much know better than to put your new man in a position where people can come to him with information. If that happened between me and my man, I'm always going to let him know, listen, I'm never going to give nobody the upper hand.
Right.
You, Marcel, or whatever his name is,
Marcel.
he already let the cat out the bag.
Right.
I'm not really going to tell it all because now you're making it seem like something it's not. Because if it really wasn't that, I would have been like, hell yeah, I went to his house. We kicked it. We were supposed to go to the gym. It was never nothing. But now
it's not a bad story.
No.
Lying about it. Now it makes it sound like you really did do something. You're being very weird about it. And I'm very in tune on people's like body language and eye contact. You can't even give people eye contact, babe. You was looking down at the ground. And
but also, the timelines don't add up. Martell said 5 years ago. She said 4 years ago. If it was 5 years ago, you were still in your marriage.
Right.
So I think the timeline and like how things happen, I think is why she's also trying to protect herself because she knows people are going to figure out like, bro, you wasn't separated yet.
Right. Did your husband think that Martell was the gym man? Because y'all said y'all was going to go work out and then y'all stayed at his house and hunched 5 years ago when you was married. And did Martell say, come get your bitch, or was that really your man right now?
Okay, because and he said she was like, oh yeah, he sent me home because he said I was trying to be his therapist because we were both working through our situations at the time.
No, that sounds like y'all was each other's comfort.
Wait,
no.
that just made me think of something, because why her and Mel ain't filmed together? Maybe, listen, we uncovering these layers, okay?
Because his baby mama was
the side chick.
Because Mel said it was several women. It wasn't just her. It wasn't just baby mama. So
listen, I feel like we're on to something. Like,
and there was already connection there because they knew each other from the neighborhood or whatever.
So do y'all think she's gonna eventually tell? Oh God, I forgot the girl's name.
She ain't gonna tell nobody until they do.
It's so raggedy. It's gonna come out eventually. Like, you straight up lied. What are you doing? You lied. Like,
when they catch her in the lie, that's when she'll tell the truth.
Stormy is gonna uncover it because Stormy be putting them pieces together. And I think Stormy is gonna get the ball rolling on the timeline. We're gonna see this unfold as the season goes on, because this is the storyline. This is the reason why this girl is on the show.
And you saw, but you know what? You saw Stormy's face when she was asking her, like, did you do anything? And she was like, oh no. She was like, okay. I could tell that, you know, us as women, when we peep stuff, you can't say nothing quite then, right?
You gotta hold it.
Her lips.
You gotta hold it.
Like,
yeah.
You say that's a mental note for later.
Right. Jot that down.
Girl. Okay. Classic.
Right. Speaking of Stormy, on that conversation at the gym, oh God, I forgot everybody's name. The producer the producer that Sunny. Why are they trying to move in the same neighborhood as her? That's what I saw. Like, they're trying to move in the same neighborhood or the same area as her. And
because it's a free country, Destiny needs to grow the hell up. Ain't nobody think about her ass.
Listen.
But here's the thing. I see where you're going with this year. I feel like they're trying to, I think Sunny was tired of being behind the camera, and now she want to be in the front of the camera. And she knows in order for her to be on this show, she needs to be in Huntsville. There's so many places to move in the world. You want to be in Huntsville because you know you can be on this show, stir up the tea. She's trying to infiltrate the friend group. She want to be friends with this person, with that person. She has to get a connection somewhere,
right,
so that she can stay her claim on the show.
But y'all don't think Carlos has anything to do with this?
Absolutely, he does.
Like,
he's the reason why she's there. If he didn't want her there, she wouldn't be there. He wants a good show. He wants the tea. He wants the sparks. So I get it. It's a good storyline to have her there, because I don't think Destiny would be back if Sunny and Moses wasn't here. So she needs to be thinking.
And I'm like, when you say it's a good storyline, I'm like, is it though? Because I'm already tired of the storyline. Like,
if Sunny stays in the group and kind of like pushes Destiny out, it makes for good TV.
I don't think that's gonna happen though. That they are really trying to drag the storyline, and Kimmy and Tisha are not going for it. They don't want her.
Tisha ain't going for it. Kimmy is giving her the time of day a little bit.
On the preview, Kimmy said, "You can't sit with us, girl. You got to stay. We ain't going on vacation with you. You cannot."
I see that part.
Right. Mel is trying to take them on a girls' trip, and everybody said that she can't come. And then Mel went and had a woman-to-woman conversation with Honey and said, "Honey, I'm not gonna tell you can't come, but don't nobody want you to come, okay?"
Listen, Melody is a baby Carlos. Melody needs this show to continue on. If it start getting a little boring and we ain't getting enough fireworks, she like, what can we do to stir the pot a little bit more? So I can see why she wants Sunny to be on that trip. She needs Sunny there, and she needs Destiny there, so we can get a little bit of fireworks.
But I invited Destiny because her and Destiny do not get along.
But she needs everybody there in order for it to be explosive. On the preview, it said Destiny was on her way.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that part. I was gonna say she trying to do the trip like she did with Tisha and her cousin, but I didn't think she was trying to be that inclusive where she was gonna invite her arch nemesis Destiny.
Everybody. I don't know if Melody invited her or if Tisha invited her, but Destiny was on the way. Tisha said, I think it was Tisha that said she didn't know that Sunny was coming. Somebody was on their phone like, "Oh Lord, Destiny on her way," and as soon as Sunny had walked in.
I think probably Tisha invited her to Melody's trip, and now it's about to be a mess.
So next week should be good.
I think so. I'm very curious because this whole situation is it's just such a mess. It's really such a mess, and I don't know.
It makes for good television. We need it.
It does.
Right. I'm getting old, but I'm hoping next week that we get deep thoughts with Marcel. I'm just saying.
I did enjoy the conversation between him and Tisha at the because I felt for him where it's like they do try to do so much stuff for Huntsville. And for them to be trying to shut them down. Now, let me tell you something. My auntie went to Huntsville for a concert, and she was at Black. So I know they still open because that was like last month. But like he said, who wants to go to Huntsville? People don't desire to go there for any type of sightseeing or whatever. But because of this show, and they know they can go into that establishment and meet the people from the show. It's cool vibes. It's a nice establishment. Like, it's bringing attraction to the city. This show is bringing attraction to the city. But so I felt for Marcel in that conversation because it's like, dang, like, why are you trying to beat me? Like, when I'm trying to like build up the neighborhood.
Right.
All right, y'all, let's get into the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I'm gonna just be honest, this episode was kind of like a blooper reel because nothing was very important. It was snooze alert. Sorry.
Loser. Loser. You're dirty. You're dirty.
Dirty.
It was
not a lot of wine, guy.
Right. It was not giving. Can we get to rails immediately? Like, I'm like, why keep prolonging it with these unnecessary scenes? Like, y'all already didn't showed us what to look for. Like, get to it, okay? We ain't got no reason. We just want to see rails. We want to see the fight. Did the picture get thrown or no? Like, come on. Let's
talk about Rachel Fuda's sleepover party or whatever, pajama party. Let's get into Danielle's petty ass cake that she brought.
Yeah. Honestly, I was looking down at my phone. I didn't even see who brought the cake. I thought Rachel threw the shade and had somebody.
Oh, girl, that was Danielle.
Danielle, honey.
Danielle is dragging it.
Who is that?
No, pointed it out.
That was Jen.
Right. The fact that they pointed it out is petty too. Like, bitch, you know that's Jen. Stop playing.
First of all, the cake was trash. Anyway,
very much.
Like, who
buys sheet cakes?
Or did her daughter make it?
Right.
It was trash.
Who buys sheet cakes?
I love a good sheet cake.
Child.
With the strawberry in the middle.
But she paid money for that sheet cake. You go to Costco and buy your sheet cake. You don't buy one in the pink box.
No.
You buy one in the plastic box. That's $20 at Costco. She probably spent a good $100 on that raggedy cake that they probably didn't eat. Because you know that
she made it.
Huh?
She said she made it. It was decorated terribly.
Lies.
I believe it.
You know what? But
terrible.
I think it was decorated like that on purpose. So
that
was very petty. Well, now how do you guys feel about Jen Fessler and Rachel's conversation on when they connected? Because Jen Fessler at first didn't even want to go to the daggone thing because she texted Rachel and Rachel didn't even respond.
Do you honestly believe that Jen Fessler was not going to go to that party and miss an opportunity to film?
Never. She's never missing a moment. Jen Fessler was never not going to that party.
Really?
She needed to make a dramatic scene with Dolores so they could fill up this blooper reel and pretend like she wasn't gonna go. Jen was always going to the party. Okay, let's be clear.
I don't think she would have gone without smoothing it over with Rachel. I don't think she would just showed up to her house and like not been cool.
I think she would have. I think if Dolores and her wouldn't have had that conversation, she would have showed up to the party like, surprise, 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 surprise. For sure. She is not missing no filming opportunities, just like Jackie's thirsty ass. Okay? They was going there. Like 20 of them. Hey, 20.
I think it was a good conversation because I feel like Rachel, she just needs to come down for a minute. I think in the heat of the moment, she was pissed because she tired of hearing her husband's name thrown around. And I don't think she even realized what was happening. So I think the opportunity for Jen to explain herself and be like, I can bring it up. Like, what I'm supposed to do? Just walk away? They talking about it like,
right.
A natural instinct for my friend is to be like, nah, he didn't do that. Like, what do you want me to do? So I think it was a good moment for her to kind of Rachel to take a step back and be like, she didn't apologize or anything like that, but for her to just be like, okay, I need to calm down.
Jen had no reason to apologize. She didn't do anything. She defended.
No, I'm saying Rachel didn't apologize. I feel like Rachel should apologize to Jen because Jen didn't do anything. Yeah,
exactly.
But wait, have y'all seen the news though? Like, listen,
not the news.
Me and Sierra, we go at it about New Jersey. But did y'all see that Teresa got the wrong tea? Like, now listen. Why John Fuda was in a home invasion tying up 5 people and robbing them.
That's what she okay with.
Like, you should have said you was out here robbing people. You
talking about a little petty weed charge.
Right. You called him a thief instead of a drug dealer. You thief.
Oh, you need to go high. You're thinking too low, baby.
Yo, I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode, like turn your volume down because
listen, you're aiming high. You got to think. You aiming low. You got to think higher, baby. Your sources, they played you because you missed the real tea, bitch.
Yeah,
you should have been
the real tea.
Like, not when your husband was tying people up. No.
Yeah, it's legal. Don't nobody care about that no more.
Right.
Wait, what? You said what?
I said, yeah, because weed is legal. Don't nobody care about that no more.
Right.
He was tying people up.
Teresa could have ate with that. She instead of calling you're the biggest drug dealer in Burger King. No, I would have said you the biggest thief tying people up in people's homes.
You're gonna rob me too, bitch. Y'all plotting. You can't come to my house. I won't let you see the layout. Yo, on me.
Not the layout. I'll never let you see the layout. I don't know what you did
at my house.
Right.
All the windows over here, ho. You never catch me slipping.
You're dirty. You're dirty.
You're dirty.
I'm good.
I'm so weak, but that's tea though. Like that with
Girl.
his no chin having. Do y'all notice that John Fuda don't got no chin?
Listen, John Fuda is not attractive in any sense of the man. I don't even look at that man. I couldn't pick him out of a layout, child. I don't know. I ain't never seen that man in his life.
That picture of him, but y'all should have already known he was giving thief. The way he was talking to Teresa, the way he carried himself, he really feels like he's from The Sopranos or something like that. Like, sit down. Like, please, if you want to be a thug, then be a thug. But don't get mad when people want to dig up your dirt. You know that dirt was already there. Then be the thug that you was from back in the day. So,
she probably missed it because he used a different last name. Ain't on the case. His name is John.
It's a different name.
Yeah. That's how she missed it.
Ain't no Fuda. It's a different name.
Right. Ballataire or something like that.
Yeah. Overflow.
Right.
Let me slow down.
Ciao. Drink it on. If you hear Sierra say sisterhood, drink. Drink. Right. Rewind it. She said it a gang of times. Get on our level.
Hopefully you guys, we still have a couple more shows to talk about, but hopefully you guys have poured your glass of wine by now. If not, go get it.
Right.
It's a lot of food around here.
Pause it. We'll wait.
No, we'll wait.
All right, y'all. Let's get into Basketball Wives LA. So the first episode, I was like, what we gonna talk about on this show? But this episode, they brought it. It was a lot going down. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about Brandy picking up her family, but boring, snooze alert. So let's go and skip on to Jen and Christian's podcast. All right. So look, they talking about deal breakers, and Jen gonna say, I don't date broke men. So listen, I agree. I don't want to date nobody broke either. I feel like, listen, me and I ain't gonna even judge her. Me and Kendra went to this thing, and listen, I don't care what you do. We went to this dating thing, and this man said, I will never sit around and do nothing. If I got to go around and pick up cans, I will do that because I am a man and I am a provider. I completely get it. But do we honestly think that that Jen is gonna date a Uber driver or a police driver?
No. Like the sentiment of what she's saying. There's too many, and I completely 100% agree. Ladies, if you're listening and you are dating a man who say he can't get a job, call BS. Okay.
Right.
Anybody can get a job.
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
What's the other one where they go to groceries?
Right.
Instacart.
You can make $1,000 a day doing Instacart.
Mm-hmm.
Child, that man said he would pick up cans. You can find cans everywhere. Go talk to your neighbors. Say, hey.
Everything. You talking about that thing at my church a long time ago?
I am, girl. The panel. I will never forget
the panel. Yeah, there was a panel at my church a long time ago, and they had, I remember that. But yeah, there's too many ways, and that was years ago.
Right.
Now there's so many ways to make money. You don't have to go and wait for somebody to give you a job.
Right.
Even if you don't have a car, there's programs where they will help you get a car through Uber.
Right.
Uber and make money. Like there's so many things you could do at your fingertips. You could do surveys online to make money.
Yeah.
There's no excuse to date a broke man. Sorry.
No.
Right.
No.
Especially when you're not broke.
Right.
I don't know why people are so sensitive about this topic. That's a hot topic. I don't understand why people get so offended when women say, I don't want to be with no broke man. That doesn't make any sense to me.
These women these days are trained to be Miss Independent, But honey, I want a provider. I want someone that's going to be there for my family. And guess what? If you are not a provider, you cannot take care of my family. You cannot lead me.
Yes, you cannot lead.
With that,
because you can't even take care of yourself.
Right.
You can't take care of yourself. How are you supposed to lead a family? Like, regardless of the fact if there's two incomes in the household or not, you need to be able to lead this family. You want me to bear children? We don't know what's going to happen once I have those children. Should I not be able to work for 6 months to a year? You need to be able to hold us down. You can't be counting on my income when you want me to have all these kids.
Right.
Like, it's not a fact of the matter of me not wanting to work or whatever. What if I can't?
Right. But not even that, though.
I don't need.
Right. I saw this video and listen, it hit me to my core because listen, men, they want you to go 50-50, all this stuff, right? This lady, she went to this man and she said, okay, so I'm gonna go 50-50, right? But really, am I going 50-50? Because not only am I giving you 50-50 for these bills, but I'm also cooking, taking care of the kids, cleaning, doing everything in the house, which means I technically got 2 jobs onto your one.
Right.
Why do you feel like your little one job is worth me stressing to take for this house? Like, what do I have for myself after I'm doing all of this for the house, paying bills, doing all, like, how does that make sense? Like, it's not equal. It will never be.
It will never be 50-50.
It will never be 50-50.
Always do more.
You know what my mom calls that? My mom called that, and this is what I learned, being a kept man. You want to be kept. And if you want to be
half of your job.
Yeah. Don't forget to be the woman in the marriage and you wanted to be bent over, then you should have went on Tinder and found somebody else to do that. Not over here being with a man. You need to being with a woman. You need to grow up. And women want to be in their feminine energy. We want to be taken care of. Right. We want to be that. And when you can provide that for us, oh baby, you can only imagine what we're able to do for you. And that's, little boys don't understand that. A grown man will see that.
Right. Having a career should be an option.
Can we get to
an option?
Right. These men want soft women, all of this, but we gotta cook, clean, take care of your kids.
Be soft, being aggressive at home.
What? Wait, boost your ego, pay the bills, and have sex with you. Leave nothing for ourselves. But we
supposed to get our own oil change.
Right.
Get our own oil change.
Pump your gas. Right.
Everything. Like, you can't even do the basic stuff. Like, you can't even take my car to get it washed. You can't. Now, I'm speaking from experience because my man does it all.
Period.
But I'm just saying.
She got a good man, Savannah. She got a good man, Savannah.
I'm a stay-at-home mother by choice.
Right.
Here's the thing. It didn't start out that way. But when I said yes to this man, I knew that he had the capabilities of doing everything that he said he was going to do because he showed me that. And I think as women, a lot of times we have to start believing what we see and not what we hear.
The potential, the potential does not always translate into what it's going to be. Don't they?
You gotta go by off of what you see, what they show you, not what they tell you, because they can tell you anything. They could read a script and tell you all the things they're going to do, and you fall right into the trap, and then you wake up 5-6 years later, not even 6 months later, and be like, "Who is this person? You said you were going to do X, Y, Z for me," and now they're like, "Where's half of the rent? I don't care that you're 8 months pregnant. Go to work."
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so then after that, Christian goes on to say that Jen told him that he couldn't get a job, and Jen is like, "Well, you have your own company, da 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 da." And he's like, "Well, I don't make any money off of this." Now, I don't know about y'all, but that definitely gave scammer vibes because listen, you don't know that you make money off of your own company. Like, what are we even talking about? Like, what? Like,
I don't know. If the company is new, he might not be making money yet because sometimes you have to put a couple years in before you see a return on your investment. So that's
how is he affording Rolls Royce?
He's a trader.
Wedding.
He's a trader.
But that's how you make your money. Like, I don't understand how the two don't equate. Like, even if it's not a traditional job, that's how you make your money. So I
got money, but I think sometimes with men like that are hustlers, they always feel like they need more, especially with the fact that he got to pay that $250,000 in restitution. I think he's like, let me go get another job or something to cover that because you want me to spend $250,000 on a wedding and I already have to spend. Sorry, I'm going too far. Sorry.
I'm with you, but let's wait, girl. Let's wait.
I'll it back.
All right, so let's move on closer to it. So let's get to this wine tasting that Evelyn invited everybody to, where they talked about.
We should go do that.
We should, but I'm gonna just tell you this. Giselle really resonated with me because, bitch, I'm from the hood. I don't drink wine. Where the Henny at? I don't like wine. Like, I struggle every day trying to figure out how to like wine, but it doesn't work. I like sweet stuff. I want the Henny sidecar, Henny Coke. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm having rosé. Sierra's probably having Chardonnay. It's Peach Bellini.
Peach Bellini, because I need a sweet.
Wait, off topic. Have you guys seen those new Crown Royal and Coke?
Oh yeah, those cans. I've seen that.
They're so good.
Really?
Those are bomb.
Now listen, I'm a Crown girl. I ain't no Crown girl. I'm a bougie hood girl. Okay, I ain't drinking Crown.
Wait a minute. Now listen. I'm bougie too, but my husband bought it, and I said, "Let me go ahead and crack it open," because I ran out of wine. I said, "Let me go ahead and crack it open." I cracked it open. And it tastes like Hennessy and Coke. It really did. It was really good.
Ain't no purple bags in my room.
On your Napa trip, Sierra went to Napa. We're all off topic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
You look amazing.
Let's take a drink.
We talking about wine. It's on topic.
You look like a Pinterest board.
Oh.
Hey,
go look at her Instagram. She had the beautiful white dress, the bow in the back. I mean, I was like, this is picture perfect.
So are those in, like, I see all the girlies that go to Janae concert wearing these big bows.
Yes. Croquette, right? Croquette.
Yeah, like the bows in the back. Like, I'm obsessed with the bows. And I was so excited because I lost so much weight. Y'all, when I bought that dress for Olivia. My daughter's Olivia. Her birthday, her first birthday was 5 months ago, April 7th, whatever. I bought that dress for her birthday. Child, when I tell you the House of CB, I didn't know the House of CB was going to do me that way.
Humble that
ass. Wait a minute.
Humbled her. Got it again.
What? I even got the size 34D. You know, the bigger breasts. I couldn't even close the back. I couldn't even clip it.
That dress, you tried. Got it, girl.
My husband, because I was like, "Oh, babe, I'm too big. And he was like, "Just keep." I said, "I'm gonna send the dress back." He said, "Keep the dress.
Listen,
okay.
Sierra, let me tell you how you know you got a good man.
Tell me how.
That man did not bust out and say, "Big back, big back." Big back. That's a good man, Savannah. That's Listen, baby, in time, that's gonna be your.
That's right.
He encouraged me, Chad. That's why he's a man to encourage you. He encouraged me. He said, "Keep the dress, keep the dress." He said, "You gonna fit it." Child, when I lost them, thank you, semaglutide. When I lost the pounds, and I said, "Oh," when I clipped the back of that dress, I said, "Oh, baby." It took my mom and Todd to zip that girl up. And
we ain't gotta tell nobody that. You and made it work, girl.
You look good, okay?
Right. Yo, lovely girls.
Anyways, thank you.
So, on the wine tasting trip, they talked about how Cheyenne is not a real friend, and I agree because listen, if you're talking about my friend, you talking about she a prostitution whore. I ain't gonna say I don't want to look at the phone. I'm gonna say, bitch, give me your phone because what are we even talking about? I'm about to delete this shit off your phone. You're not about to keep spreading these lies. And even if it is the truth, it's a lie, okay? Because I said so. My friend, that is not her character. And that is 30-year-old T. So what are we even talking about? And as a therapist, a doctor, okay? Because I am Dr. Bryant, what is your inner issue that you are trying to deflect at this table, okay? Are you mad because she called your daughter a build-a-whore? I think so. I think so. And we need to what gave her the space and opportunity to call your child that? Can we talk about that? Can you talk about how you grew up? You know, all these things that you're trying to deflect on, they come from your parents, okay?
Oh,
how parents treat you.
Oh, but you know what? Miss Cheyenne is too worried about stating her claim on the show and getting in with the girls.
Jim Jr.
She was not going to do all that. She wouldn't look at the photo, but she showed the Kiki about it.
Mm-hmm. Right. I ain't gonna look at it, but I'm gonna definitely chime in. Mm-hmm. Now, it's giving Jen Fessler. It's giving Jackie. Right. Let's record, but it backfired on her because nobody filmed with her after that.
They didn't respect her because they like, if you don't even ride for your friend that brought you on the show,
right?
Then how can I trust you and bring you in? That's what Giselle was like. She didn't even ride for her friend.
Right. I can't fool with you. You are not my type of chick, okay? And okay, so let's talk about Brandy's family day. So Brandy has this family day. Okay, so first of all, it's weird to me that you don't live with your husband. Like, I just feel like if you can't even stay in the same house with your husband, like, it's probably over. Like,
I've heard this is the new trend, though. People living, when you're married, they live in separate homes. I don't know what that's about. I don't get it.
I feel like what she was talking about, like, they have a trauma bond. She was like, well, he was there for me when I had cancer. We rode each other through our child. That sounds like a homeboy. It sounds like a best friend.
Right.
It doesn't sound like...
It doesn't excuse you for cheating on me with 341 women.
Huh?
Yes. So she stayed with this man after he cheated on her with 341 women because he did what he was supposed to do as a husband.
And told the world. He told the world about it.
On Ayanla. He did what he was supposed to do as a husband.
I saw that episode.
Right. As a even if he wasn't her husband, as a partner for that matter. He stuck by her when she had cancer. What do you want me to do? He stuck by them he stuck by her when their child had a heart condition. Like, that's your kid too. What are you gonna do? Like, I don't get it.
It's not a reason to stay in a marriage. It's not a reason to stay in a marriage. But it makes me wonder, do you think that Brandy is doing her own thing in LA?
Possibly.
Has to. Come on.
Let her.
What are the conditions of this marriage?
Right. Child.
And now after her son that he missed her, and he said no.
Happy when she leave. That bitch talk too much. And because I'm sorry.
Spirit.
Have anybody actually seen her recipe videos, child? I would not cook nothing that she cooked. Like, they are ready for her to go so they could buy takeout because that food do not be looking good. And the seasonings don't be right. And I feel like when I saw her make macaroni and cheese, she put Velveeta in it. And that is a red flag. That means nothing is good. Ew.
Oh my God.
Loser.
You're dirty. You're dirty.
When we see Giselle go to the queer aunties hangout, she getting with her people, y'all. She was like, I need to meet some people in LA that are with my whole vibes and things. Now, I don't really know much about the community like that, but I wonder if her fiance is cool with that, because it's like,
I know it's given that she could get connected with somebody in that group.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on it because I'm not in that community. But I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna say what I'm really gonna say.
I would just say this: is anybody with me? I feel like that's the first time that she said what is it? LBGTQ.
Yeah. LGBTQIA minus plus.
One of other letters. She was just saying LGBT.
I do,
and it felt like she had to really think about the letters when she was trying to say it.
But you listen. But we can't blame her for doing that. That's a lot of letters. They done added all kinds of stuff to that. Now, it used to be LGBT. Then it said LGBTQ. Now listen, I'm all for the community. There's a lot of letters. It's hard for people to remember.
Listen, I feel like
that's the first time I've heard about the Project Angel, the food. What was it called?
I don't know, but it was very good that they did a charity event. Like, I love that.
Yeah. I've heard about that. I've heard about that group before, is what I'm trying to say. But I did not know it stemmed from the LGBTQ community, because they have literally been serving the community for years.
Right.
They serve food all year around. And
so they started with serving people who had AIDS from being.
Oh, so I think it was good that they did shine light on it. So if more people want to help out with that so they can keep it going, I think that was the whole purpose of bringing in the queer aunties.
But she forgot who she was going on the bus ride to this charity event, because the bus ride was a hot mess. Okay, first of all, Brandy couldn't keep her dang old mouth closed because she started questioning Evelyn, talking about, well, how could you question Cheyenne talking about Jackie when you was trying to question my relationship with Brooke? And it's like, because why would you invite Jackie to an event that you know Brooke is out when you done heard Brooke cry over and over again about how Jackie was talking about her daughter? And of course, Evelyn, baby, I'm not letting nothing slide. Okay, you come for me, I'm coming for you. So they arguing on the bus,
right?
And then it continues on into where they're prepping the food. And what did Evelyn say? If she wanted to get it started, but I'm coming for her, whatever she said. Right. Yeah. Child. Yes.
I don't know. I feel like Brandy, she has, like, when it comes to this show, I feel like some people hold back in certain situations. She don't.
No.
And I think that's why they brought her back on the show, because they need to kind of stir the pot a little bit, because the only other person on the show that would kind of have people, anybody, is Jackie. Yeah. And so I feel like they need to throw Brandy in the mix, because everybody else is going to get along.
But Brandy should be careful, though. Huh? She should be careful, because after she said after she questioned Evelyn's loyalty, she definitely came after her throat, talking about, well, what does your mother think about Jason? Because if my daughter was dating somebody who cheated on her with 341 women, we ain't never gonna be cool. I'm never gonna fool with him. I'm never rocking with him. And of course, right. Brandy, she's in her Stepford wife stage, so she's taking up for her man. Why you coming for me? I don't even know you, even though you just came for her.
Take it on the chin, but then she bucked up. And my thing is, I forgot that they don't really know each other like that, because they weren't really on the show together. Mm-hmm. Like when Brandy was in LA, I think they were still having Miami or something. So they never really had to cross paths like that. But she met her match with Evelyn, because Evelyn, she ain't never backing down from a fight.
No.
She may be pushing 50 or already 50, but she don't know that. So she gonna go toe to toe with you every single time.
Right. And y'all know Evelyn, she ain't afraid to fight. She listen. She gonna get you. She gonna hit you with her words and her fist if you come at her too much. Okay, she don't play that.
Not at all.
All right, so let's get into this wedding talk where Christian reveals that he has $250K in restitution. Okay, and he's still on probation, and I think they are planning this wonderful Paris wedding that he might not even be able to go to because he got to pay off his debt.
Right.
Like,
or if he's still on probation, he ain't gonna be able to go.
So why would he? Why would it be a why? Why would he plan that? Why if he knows?
Because that's what Jen wants. And I'm just wondering, like, okay, so Jen knows that he has his $250K to pay off.
She didn't know the price. She knew that he had to pay restitution, but she didn't know how much.
But my whole thing is
just desperate to. I feel like Jen is just desperate to be married, and she doing anything to have her moment.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Jen is an older woman, and if a man tells you he's on probation and has to pay restitution, why would you not ask how much? Right, that's crazy. And then she's planning a wedding that could potentially cost the same amount as his restitution. Like Jen, especially with the fact that she's saying she don't want to date nobody broke. I'm just wondering, is she going to put aside all the 5 dresses she wants to wear for her wedding and all of the extravagant things that she wants to do on her wedding to help her man pay off this restitution? Or is it like...
No.
I think it kind of shows how her mind works, though, because she already started breaking it down. She was like, okay, so that's going to be $50K a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with social media, they do YouTube and things like that. I don't know how well their channel does. But entrepreneurs
got 25K subscribers.
They ain't making $50K a month with that. But but with entrepreneurs, that is kind of how they break it down. Like, okay, I can make $50K this month. Like, if you depend on what you do, it's not unattainable. But at the same time, I don't think she's really considering the pressure that it's putting on him to have a wedding in Paris. Like,
what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about his mental health. Like, this man got
a recent wedding here. Like, why do we have to go with all the bells and whistles? It's one thing to have a wedding in Paris, but $250,000 is
right. Why do we have to go to Paris? Why do you need 5 dresses? Why not 2 dresses or 3 dresses? Why does it have to be?
Her dresses is gonna be $10,000 plus a piece.
That's what I'm saying. If she only does 2 dresses, that's $30K towards his restitution. Like, why are we playing?
Right.
Like, at this point, this is gonna be your husband. Like, you have to start thinking of thinking in a partnership mindset. So
and you're gonna miss the majority of your wedding changing your clothes. Just
right.
But that just goes to show that Jen is like a little vain. She don't really care about. She cares about the marriage and all that, but she's looking at how that's going to make her look and what she's like. She sees the celebrities. Let's talk about Portia Williams. Sorry, this has nothing to do with that. But like, look at the wedding that she did. That the girl that got divorced, but she had how many wedding dresses? How many goddamn weddings? That's what she want. Like, I'm on TV and this isn't that. Like, it's just so vain.
She ain't dating that kind of man. Simon ain't situation, and he ain't worried about a $250K restitution. So
but you know what? When you get ready to be married, it's like you selling yourself a dream. So it's like, oh, okay, like, we're gonna do it this way. But you know, you can't afford. He can't afford that. So what are you doing?
No. Yeah, she needs to start thinking as in a partnership mindset. Like,
they're gonna get divorced.
Pay off the restitution and have a bigger wedding later. Or go to Paris, take the photos, whatever, and still
happen, because that's a bruise to her ego, because she has been divorced for how long? She has had failed relationships for how long? Now she's finally engaged and she's trying to get married. It's to her ego.
But can we stop acting like Jen is poor? Like, if Christian can't pay the $50K or the $250,000 restitution, I'm sure Jen got it. Like, he could pay her back.
She said that she does. She said he pays the majority of the bills, but she does contribute. But I don't think she wants to. I think that it's like, you said you were going to give me this wedding, but we'll see, because she didn't know the number, which is crazy to me. But sometimes a lot of women in these type of scenarios where the man has all this money, it's like, you don't ask. Like, don't ask, don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
If he acting like he got it, he must have it. But I would never live my life like that. I need to know. I need to see the checks and balances. I need to know what's going on around here. So I'm not blindsided and we get put out our freaking house because you acting like you got it and you don't.
But some people don't want to live that way. Some people just want to be out the know. I don't want to know what's going on. I want a stipend and I want to be taken care of. You say you got it, then baby, you got it. Some people just want that because they just don't care to be involved like that. And you know what? Hell, I wish that I don't be involved. I don't want to know the bills. I told Todd,
I could never
take it. Just
Right.
please.
You know what's coming in, what's going out, where we are.
Right.
So I can sleep well at night.
All right, let's get into this after party. So Giselle decided she was gonna go on the rooftop after the charity event. And of course, Brandy and Evelyn, they wasn't through getting into it. So at this event, Brandy decides to tell Evelyn her point of view and why she decided to invite Jackie to her event. Because she feels like Jackie owes Brooke an explanation. But like, honestly, I'm gonna just be honest. If that's my friend, and I've talked to my friend, because the way Brooke is explaining it, Brandy knows everything, I would understand. My friend don't give a damn about what this person got to explain, because when you come to my dead daughter, it's up all the time. I don't care what you gotta say.
Jackie got a good heart, or Jackie's a good person. You think she want to hear that right now?
Right. So Brooke gets upset. So Jen and Evelyn go at it and argue, and it pisses Brooke off, because Brooke is like, and she leaves, because Brooke is like, listen, y'all keep bringing up my daughter's name with this lady Jackie, and it's not in a good light. Like, she is not here. Like, this is not okay. And she's hurt. She's hurt because this is her friend Brooke. This is her friend Brandy, who she's cried to about the situation. She knows everything that's going on. Yet you still keep putting me in this position where I have to defend my daughter, or defend why I'm upset with this person who has no consideration for what I'm going through. Mm-hmm. And she even brings up the fact that, how would you feel if Jackie was talking about your son when he was having heart issues? And even still, she couldn't empathize with Brooke on how she felt about Jackie. Like, the fact that you could even utter after she makes that comparison and say that she's still a good person.
It makes me wonder if Jackie was the one who fought to get Brandy back on the show.
I think so.
Because the way she's writing for her, and she knows Jackie is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because she said it 100 times.
Right. I feel like Jackie's gone off on Brandy on previous seasons. Like,
absolutely. And so, but Jackie finds a way every season to get somebody to write for her. Jen has wrote for her in front of everybody. Malaysia had wrote for her in front of everybody. Brandy, she finds at least one person every season to write for her. They all end up turning on her at some point in the show. Right. But I think possibly she convinced the powers that be to get Brandy back on the show, because she wasn't in a good standing with any of the other ladies, and she needed someone. And so now that she's like, okay, you here, you need to write for me. Right.
I didn't convince Shawnee to bring you back, so you're going to be on my side, okay?
I can't stand Jackie, honest to God. She gets on my nerves. She has some okay qualities, but a lot of the time she just, I don't know, she doesn't seem like a good friend at all. No. And I don't understand why nobody's really, people be trying to come at Jackie's neck, but I need somebody to really rip into her. Like a new one. She's not been the best mom. She has a history of how she did her daughter and all of that. They tried it, but I didn't get what I needed to get with Jackie to rip into. The fact that she's coming at oh my God, is it Brandy? I forgot her name.
Brooke.
That's disgusting.
Brooke and Evelyn.
That's disgusting. And I don't know why everybody wants it. I know Evelyn has a history of being mouthy and controversial. But like, to bring up her daughter when her daughter ain't got nothing to do with anything. None of it. Like, she doesn't do anything. Right. Just seems so. I'm just need somebody to just rip a new one and let her have it.
So speaking of that, I heard Laura Govan is coming back, and if you think if you wanted someone to come for Jackie, she's the one. Because
which one is that? I forget. Which one is that?
Laura is the one that will whoop anybody's ass. On the first episode of her season, she got a fight with Malaysia. And she's the one who revealed that Jackie was not taking care of her daughter.
Oh, I don't remember.
This was like
two sisters.
Laura and Gloria. Laura is the one. I
remember Gloria.
Laura was the one who was engaged to Gilbert Arenas. Yes. She had all the kids by him, and she came on. She came on the season after Gilbert proposed to her, and then they broke up, and then he got back together to steal her engagement ring and replaced it with a fake one so she couldn't get the money. He gave her an engagement ring that was $400,000. And then they broke up like a week later. He gets back together and steals the engagement ring in her sleep and replaces it with a cute.
Sleep?
Yes, girl. The case just got settled and she ain't getting none of that money. Child, go ahead, keep it on your finger. Yes.
Yay.
She's coming back. She's coming back to Cali.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up because we have gave y'all a show, honey. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will continue to come with the vibes. Make sure you guys are locked in for next week. Follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. If you've watched the video this far and you have not subscribed,
we love you.
Subscribe. We appreciate y'all for being here, but make sure you subscribe. Like, leave us a comment. You guys know you can comment while you're watching the show so that you don't forget your comments. And we would love to hear from you guys. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yes.
Good night.
Bye.